Start.
Hi, Azaan. Welcome to Sunrise. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for taking some time out on the weekend. Azaan, congratulations on such a wonderful response to Main Tera. It is sounding so good. Tell me a little bit about
Thank you.
how you're feeling. I know it's been a few days since it's been released. So, how's the feedback been for you?
It's been overwhelming. I didn't expect it. Honestly, it was my first independent single, so I thought I'd just put it out there. And I didn't expect it to be shown so much love just in a few days. And I'm not trying to be, diplomatic or humble about it. It's this the truth. I really thought it was my first independent single. There's no movie attached to it or anything like that. So I expected it to be a fairly subtle move, and it's been overwhelming. So there's kind of pressure that okay, now each song has to match up to it.
Yeah, of course. Now, Azan, you have obviously you've composed music for a few movies. Was releasing a single now at this point of time in your career, was that a conscious decision, or would you have liked to have done it beforehand, or maybe wait a little while and do a few movies and then, or did it just kind of organically happen for you?
I think I wanted to wait till I felt a bit ready
Mhm.
in putting stuff out that was my own. I used the film time to gain experience. Can you guys hear me? Because it's stuck over here.
Yeah, it's the video is stuck. The audio, I can hear you. Here we go. I think you're
Okay.
back. You're back.
Yeah. So I think I used the film time and doing film scores and stuff as to gain experience over, understand myself a bit more musically, understand what the audiences want from me, what I can offer to them. And then the transition seemed fairly natural. That okay,
Mhm.
while there is a stream of doing film soundtracks,
Mhm.
I wanted to do something that was more personal, where I could be a little more direct with my listeners, a little more vulnerable maybe, and share a story that was my own. So all the songs from the album are my life experiences, wrapped up in this album. So each song it takes me back somewhere in my life, and I felt that I was ready and at that stage where I could take that jump and be a little what's it called, raw with everybody.
Which is really nice, and I think like in today's time it's really nice to kind of also be in the music video as well, because before you've just been composing and we've not really seen you be the face of the songs that you've composed. So like you said, there's no movie attached to this one, so I think that is really nice to be raw and also be in the video as well. You look so much like your dad, like so much like him, and even in the song as well, like there's when you're not watching the music video, like when the song is just on in the background, there is like a hint of Adnan in there, like it's very soft. And I was playing it to my husband and my dad yesterday, and I was like, can you please listen to this song and tell me if you can hear just like a tinkle of Adnan in it? And they agreed with me, and it's just that softness that you have, which I think is really, really lovely that comes out in your voice. So I love it. I love the song. It's really nice.
Yes, a speck of comparison or similarity for me is the biggest compliment. Other than being my father, I'm his biggest fan. And, it always means the world if anybody says that. I don't consciously ever go into work saying I want to do something like him, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess the genetic composition, how I am made by God, I can't help that. But it's never, I've never tried to consciously mimic him or imitate the way he does things. But he is an inspiration, I guess, not just for me, but for any musician today who's young and who's grown up listening to his music. It's very evident that from a technical standpoint, he's had a massive imprint on music,
Of
and
course.
how just the way his musicality is, the way he's sang songs, the way his technique, I think is, and I hear it on a daily basis. I'll meet musicians, singers who've been influenced by him, and they all say that, like, he used to do this like this, and I use that technique in my work, and I
Yeah.
find myself doing the same thing. So that's why he is who he is. And but thank you. I please thank your family as well for saying that. It's very kind.
No, thank you. Do you feel a sense of, now that there is like this heightened spotlight on you, so to speak, do you feel that there is some form of pressure because you are the son of Zeba and Adnan? Do you feel that, or do you just take it in your stride and you just kind of make music from within, and it doesn't really bother you, and you just kind of take it what people say to you?
There's not, it's not a pressure, it's a responsibility that I
Mhm.
like, for instance, this is my first single, right
Yeah.
now. Just as an example, you play your family saying that, does he sound like a man whose career is longer than I've been alive, so that's a responsibility. My
Yeah.
father's career spans over 30 years now. I'm 26. So knowing that that comparison will be made just puts the responsibility on my head that, okay, the amount of work that both my parents have put into their respective careers, I must deliver at a certain standard. So for me, that's tremendously important. And it's important that I know that people listening to me will give me that extra initial attention, or that first listen, because of them. And it's important. And I know I've also, even as a composer, I got very instant, like, I got easy love a lot of the time, because they already love my parents, and it was
Yeah.
very easy for me to do a half job and them to accept me. So I'm very grateful for that love. I don't take it for granted. And I know that even with Main Tera and the songs that are to come, I owe it to my listeners to deliver a certain standard and make sure that they don't feel that I wasted that time, or I didn't live up to that standard. So I take that very seriously. I know that I don't take it in a negative light that I'm going to be compared to him, so I need to be different or anything like that.
Mm.
I don't shy away from whose son I am, mother or father. But I just look at it as a responsibility, and it's a very small price to pay for the love that I do get, and the connect that I get with the audiences and the listeners.
Mm. What would you say is like the best advice that your parents have given you, being and just like growing up in this industry? What's that one thing that always sticks with you, like ever since you've been a child, and now, like now that you're fully fledged into the industry?
It's many things. Honestly speaking, it's very many things. My mother actually, it wasn't it wasn't like a Yoda kind of advice where she was like imparting wisdom on me. But
Yeah.
I remember once I was messing around with my friends, and she said something to me. She said that, Azaan, I want you to be known for the work you do, not for other things. And it
Mm.
was a very subtle thing. It really stuck with me, and it may sound vague, but I agree with her, because even yesterday, that someone asked me, they're like, do you are you try I'm not very active on social media
Yeah.
and things like that.
Mm.
And there's someone said, oh, you don't want to get known more and all that stuff. And I was like, with any child that's in my position, a lot of doors are easy to get through. A lot of people are easy to meet, and that's a huge luxury and privilege. So instead of focusing on how to be famous and how to get attention, I think I try to focus most on the work. And वो बाकी चीजें होती रहेंगी, वो पहली बार तो खुदा के हाथ में है कि if you get that kind of love and people accept you. And secondly, it's up to the audiences. So for me, the most important thing, which is what I think my mother meant, which was that you do your work right, and
Mm.
make sure that is your priority, and the rest will come
No, of
depending on your.
course. Yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah.
Matters a lot.
For sure. And in terms of like other projects, we've got this album. Are there any other movies that you're working on that we can hear some more music for you, from you?
So there are a couple of songs in a film called Dam Mastum that are coming. There's one more film that is not, I can't really talk about, but we started work on that.
Mhm.
And there's the album. I think for me, 2021 is really about getting the songs out as best possible, and then as soon as things are safe around, hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end of
Fingers
the year,
crossed, yeah.
we can. I really want to get out and sing the songs with the audiences live.
Oh,
For me, that is all around the world. That
that
for
would
me
be
is
so
very, very
nice.
exciting,
Mm.
and both locally, internationally, because you know uh, especially, yeah, for me that's very exciting, because so far I've been I've seen the love that my father's gotten from audiences all over the world, from our diaspora, and I can't wait to come and then share the songs with them together. So that's
Yeah,
very
I
exciting
think
for
I
me.
think concerts and like intimate shows, I think that's something that we're really, really missing. And and especially with the UK audiences, like we're so used to having like a summer full of shows, live concerts, and we've completely missed that this year. So fingers crossed, hopefully as and when they start, we'd love to have you here.
I know, I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to sing the songs sing the film songs that people have heard, sing these songs with everybody. So that's what 2021 really looks like for me.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. Now, Azaan, before I let you go, you're going to have to sing me a line of Main Tera, so live, if we can.
मैं तेरा हुआ जा रहा हूँ, बस तेरा हुआ जा रहा, तेरी आंखों में जो डूबूं, तेरी बाहों में जब झूमूं, सारी घड़ियां रोक के सोचूं इस कदर, मैं तेरा हुआ जा रहा हूँ, बस तेरा हुआ जा रहा, मैं तेरा.
So beautiful. And what I really like in the music video, you have that little introduction of the radio where they introduce the song in your voice. That's really nice.
I love radio. I keep telling the marketing team behind with Hum Music and the album, I keep saying, like, get me onto as much radio as you can. Those are my listeners. I don't want to go and do other things, So I really believe in radio, and that's my, it's my go-to all the time.
Oh, I'm so glad, Azaan. Thank you so much. And I really wish you all the best with your future projects. And I hope to see you back in London really, really soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Take care. Bye.